So with an effort to get back to actually having fun on this channel again, after all I've been through that I don't want to discuss, and in honor of it being Pride Month, I'm going to give you guys 10 movies and shows that are LGBT related that you may or may not have seen that may or may entertain you. I don't know. So let's start the list with, and these are in no particular order. These are just like shows and movies that I love that when I was coming up as a nice, innocent gay youth, I watched, okay? So first, my favorite, Noah's Ark. Noah's Ark is a show that is about 4 best friends from West Hollywood that, Noah is pretty much like, obviously, of the arc of the entire group, and Noah is like the romantic, and then you have Ricky who's the hoe, and then you have Alex who's like the mama bear, and then you have Chance who's like the dad of the group. And it goes through Noah's coming out, not literally coming out, but like his first boyfriend and his first heartbreak and the things that he goes through and meeting somebody. And I remember this came out in like 2005 or 6. So I don't know how old I was during that time. Everybody can't believe I'm 32. Yes, bitch, I said I'm 32, okay? And I'm proud of it. Be proud of your age. Don't be trying to say, oh, I'm 21 forever, bitch. I wouldn't pay $1 million to be 21 again, because I did some stupid shit when I was 21. I dated some stupid people when I was 21. I did some stupid people when I was 29. The show is super duper good, and this was a show that came out when Logo was in an infancy stage, so much so that the first season of Drag Race, there's a trailer on the DVD with RuPaul introducing the show. So this is like the first big show that came out from Logo. We got 2 seasons and 1 movie, and unfortunately the show was canceled due to, from my understanding, budget reasons with Logo. So because they had to move the show from first season to West Hollywood in real life to Canada, because I remember it was like a writer's strike, if I'm not mistaken, during this. It was a hot ass mess. But unfortunately, we got the shitty end of the stick, because we got a movie. I mean, with Moesha, we still don't know what the hell happened to Mal. So at least with this, they gave us that. But yeah, it's a show that's very near and dear to my heart. So much so that YouTube now has it for free. So you can watch every season. Well, only 2. But you can watch both seasons on YouTube for free. I think I have YouTube Red, so I believe it's free for everybody though. And the movie should be on iTunes if you can't find it on YouTube. So the next show that I think, number 2, would be the DL Chronicles. And the DL Chronicles is just what it sounds like. It is a 4-part episode of different points of the DL relationship and the way that the world works, okay? Each episode is very different. One is a actual couple, the other one is just literally a DL situation, and there's another one where there is pretty much like some tension going on in one, and then there's another one that I can't remember for the, it was the one with Shady McLaw time. So it's a really good show. It's definitely like Noah's Ark. Noah's Ark is a it's a comedy about drama, pretty much, if you want to be technical. But I will say that it's a very informative show if you're trying to kind of figure out, again, like Noah's Ark, with the lifestyle of what goes on, because people tend to believe that like gay people are like aliens and we have like this different way of living, when in actuality we're definitely very much the same in a lot of ways. So yeah, I love the DL Chronicles. It's a little more risque than Noah's Ark, so don't watch this with your kids or your parents. Noah's Ark is a little risque too, but this is a whole new level. So the next thing would actually be a movie, and the movie that I am referring to that I love oh so much from the LGBT community would be a movie by Noah's Ark director and creator Patrick Ian Punk called The Skinny. Now, The Skinny actually stars Jesse Smollett. I know. Okay, we're gonna give Jesse all his good old coins and stuff. Okay, y'all will not do that. I love him. But anyway, it stars Jesse Smollett. It stars Anthony Burrell, which is actually, he's a choreographer. He was on Dance Moms, and he's a very well-known choreographer. He's worked with Brandy, Beyonce, a whole bunch of people, but he's in it. And there's a few other people that are in it that you guys may know that has been on, like, on Drag Race and stuff like that. And the show, and the movie is about a group of friends who were in college, and they come back and they get to know each other again. And there's a lot of things that are kind of unsolved. There's a lot of things going on, people's relationships. I don't want to give too much away, but people's relationships and how all of these different kind of personalities come together to make up what is what, if you will. But it's a really good movie. I believe it's still on Netflix, if I'm not mistaken. So if you guys want to see it, check Netflix to see. You would be interested. Now the next entry on here, which is number 4, is a rando. And but it definitely does fit into this, and it's a show, called Slasher. Slasher is a Netflix series, and I just watched the last season of it, and I forgot what it's called. It's like Solace or something like that. I'm sorry, y'all, I didn't do no research. But anyway, there is a very strong LGBT presence in this last season, and the last season pretty much is about it starts with a murder. It's called Slasher. It starts with a murder, and the person that got murdered kind of is tied to all these people that all reside in this particular apartment building. And baby, when I tell you, this is one of those shows that I wish a lot of these movies are today, where they don't hold back. There's about 4 or 5 kills per episode, okay? So there is not, and they so shady about it because they get you invested into the character, and then bam, she or he is dead. But I lived for it. I think it's like 8 or 9 episodes. Amazing. It was so good. So yeah, make sure you guys check out season 3 of Slasher on Netflix. Literally one of my favorites. The next one is number 5, Trick. Or Tricked. I think it's Trick. But it stars Tori Spelling. I love, if you guys don't know anything about me, you guys know I love 90210, the original one. I'm obsessed with Beverly Hills, and I believe that show has a lot to do with that. Being from LA and growing up here in LA, Beverly Hills has always been a bit of a playground for me and my friends. So when I got old enough to be able to go and see like places that I seen on TV, I always thought was really cool. But this story is about like a young boy who's best friends with Tori Spelling, and he's gay, and he meets this guy at a club, and throughout the entire night they're trying to have some them time, and nothing just seems to go right at all. And I think it's one of the coolest like rom-coms in the gay community that you can kind of get, because it's so cute and it's so innocent. I mean, it ain't that innocent. It was on Cinemax. It ain't that innocent, but it was innocent enough where you're kind of like, this is super duper cute. And you know, Tori Spelling plays the ultimate, you know, just bestie that just wants her friend to just be as happy as he could be. Okay, like, can we? So yes, Tricked, it will be here. Definitely a really good one. I really like that. I think that was one of the first like gay-based movies that I had ever watched that I thought was like super duper good. Like, it just wasn't tragic or somebody didn't die or something. So yeah, that was always good, because you know, it's like that Tyler Perry in the black community. Somebody's always dying from something, and I just want to have fun. Like, I get it, but damn. The next one, which would be number 6, and that would be But I'm a Cheerleader. Now, But I'm a Cheerleader stars Natasha Lyonne and Leah. Damn it, I forgot her name. She played Stokely in what is the name of the movie with Usher? Oh, as a horror movie buff, I should be The Faculty. She played in The Faculty. She played Stokely. Leah Duvall, I think that's her name. Usually good with names, but not today, because it's about 2 in the morning. So yeah, but her and Natasha Lyonne are sent to I guess it's like a comedy version of like a straight camp. And it's supposed to make kids who are gay straight. RuPaul's in it. A couple of, it's the fine dude who played Marco Omoisha is in it. And it's a really good, it's a comedy. So it's pretty much this girl, she has a boyfriend, she's a cheerleader. Her family realizes that she may be into girls. So they send her to just like this camp for all of these, you know, to teach you how to be a woman and teach you how to be a man and the things that you're supposed to do. And it takes a really interesting turn. But if you just want to watch something that may be just a little bit on the funny side and you just need something that's a little bit on the, I think this would be very interesting. Truly, I definitely do think it would be a pretty good movie to watch and get a couple of laughs out, especially if you're from the community and you know a lot of these references. But if you're not and you have gay friends or you're trying to understand a little bit about the gay culture, again, a lot of these, if not all of these, are a reference for people who may not understand the gay community and the LGBT community. A lot of these, they explain it to you in such a lighthearted way where you understand it and you like, oh, okay, now I went through those things, but not for that. It was for something else. So, yeah. Okay, so for number 8, I think we're on 8, that would be Queer as Folk. Queer as Folk is the first LGBT-based show that I had ever watched. I think it came out when I was still in my early teens. I probably was like, maybe like 12 or 13 when this came out, maybe 14. And I used to sneak and watch it on Showtime. And it does have a lot of sex in it, okay? It does, it has the sex is the base. They don't really show too much. They may show a butt cheek or two, but it's not like hardcore or anything like that. You'll live. You've probably seen worse on Instagram, so you'll be fine. It definitely has a, it's just the ins and outs. And again, it's a group of people, like Noah's Ark, very Sex in the City, where there's a group of people who, they're friends. They all have different walks of life. And they kind of show you, and just like Noah's Ark, none of them are homeless. None of them are prostitutes. None of them are the, you know, just the very narrow-minded thinking. Not saying that that doesn't happen, but in every situation, sometimes it gets repetitive where you show the trick and, you know, him trying to deal with a situation. These are people who have established careers of some sort and they're doing things. And that's one of the things, going back to Noah's Ark, that I love is that all of these black characters actually had something. They were not just riffraffs. They actually had businesses and they were trying to do something. Noah may be the only person in the whole entire show who didn't have anything that was solid, but everybody else was like, I'm pretty good in life, which I love. But yeah, Queer as Folk, I know some people don't like the show because they had, I think in the like 5 seasons it was on, they probably had like 4 black people on the show. I ain't gonna even lie to you, girl. It's pretty white. But I can't take away from the fact that that is, it's me personally, my first experience with seeing people that I could relate to on TV. And now it's kind of everywhere, but at that particular time, it was very, very, very hard to see that, okay? So, it is a movie called Soldier's Girl. And it is a movie about, it's based on a true story about a trans woman named Calpurnia Adams. And she was in love with a guy who was in, I can't remember if he was in the Army or if he was in the Navy. I believe he was in the Army. And she was trans. She was working at a club where she was doing pretty much drag numbers. They fall in love. And when they fall in love, this is his kind of first experience with someone who, with a trans woman that he's not very, he doesn't understand. And she really can't understand him. And she's like, I kind of been down this road before. I will say for anybody who has had any traumatic experiences with being either, you know, raped or jumped or anything gay bashed of any sorts, this movie specifically may be a trigger for you because this is not a rom-com. This ain't But I'm a Cheerleader. This has a very, very, very deep situation. When I first watched it, I cried quite a few times but I thought that the portrayal of Calpurnia was amazing. I thought the young man who actually was on Barbershop, like he was the guy who was kind of prove that he was black. He is forgot her name, but she was in MonsterinLaw with Jennifer Lopez. I cannot remember her name for the life of me. I say it every other day, but today ain't today. But it's her son. He plays the officer, or the guy that's in the army, and it's a very, very heavy movie. So watch that and be mindful of that, because it does deal with very heavy topics such as death and the things I mentioned before. But if you have the ability to watch something and you want to see, even if you're gay and you're trying to understand the trans community or just trans love in general, I think this may be a good movie for you to watch. I'm just saying.
So this next movie is very difficult to find a trailer for, but it's called Common Ground, and it stars Brittany Murphy, Jonathan Taylor Thomas, and Jason Priestley. And it's a TV movie that I believe came on Showtime, if I'm not mistaken. But it's like, it's short. I think it's about 4 or 5 different shorts that have obviously a gay LGBT presence in them, and very different stories. This is another one that's got like a bit of a heavy tone for it. But yeah, I could not find a trailer for this to save my life. I know the movie itself is actually here on YouTube though.
The last one is also a very kind of deep one, but I think you guys would appreciate this. And this is also based on a true story, and it is a movie called Bully. And Bully is based on a true story of this particular dude who wasn't the nicest person in the world. And there was a real trial that happened with kids who decided to murder this man. And he had some feelings of homosexuality that he was not dealing with. And because of those reasons, it seems like he kind of had this very bad streak of trying to hurt people and things of that nature, and the people who were around him were not having it, okay? But the cast, such as Bijou Phillips, I forgot the guy, he was in one of the Terminator, I think he was in like Terminator 3. The guy who plays Damien in Mean Girls, he's in it. The girl who used to be married, I don't know nobody's name. They used to be married to Macaulay Culkin. She plays the main, again, this has a lot, there's rape scenes in this. I think there's like 1 or 2. It kind of shows you the mindset of not accepting who you are and having issues with people around you who don't kind of get who you are as an individual. And it's a very interesting story. It's based on a true story. I've watched like documentaries about it and stuff like that. But yeah, it definitely has the other side of the coin. So we started off lighthearted, we got a little dark towards the end. But all these are LGBT kind of based movies that have that I think you guys should check out. There's some comedy in here, there is some horror in here, there is just some real life issues in here. And I wanted to do this list because, again, it's Pride Month. I'm so proud to be just out and proud and happy every single day. But it's great that we get a month to express that. For my audience, I just wanted to do this. So if you're having problems with people maybe in your life that you don't understand, maybe 1 or 2 or all of these movies and shows can give you a better understanding of kind of the walks that we've been through, the issues that we deal with, how a lot of our issues are very different from yours, but also in a lot of ways very the same. Like, we go through the same things. Because I feel like there is a bit of a divide, and in order to conquer that divide, we have to have a better understanding of each other as people. So this is a bit of my way of doing that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know down below if you watch any of these movies and shows that I suggested. Let me know if you guys like this series. I could do this with a lot more things. But yeah, I'm excited, and I'm officially back with more content, not just hair reviews, not just closet talks, but other stuff that I'm super excited about. And I have a new channel that I just started as well. I will update you guys on my giveaway for all of my new and old wigs, and I will catch y'all in my next one. Peace. And happy Pride Month.